everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Beast Tamer Bard build, episode 317. We are running out of places. We've got the Laughing Caves, which I think is going to have one of the last... I think that's going to have the last puzzle item thing in it. That's my guess, right? There is... We just did the Spinner of Nightmares. There is the Pelura's Fall scenario. So we are going to head to Pelura's Fall. And yeah, that's gonna be the thing. What do we got going on? We got peoples. We're gonna save. We're gonna throw this army at this enemy. See how the fuck this goes. We are going to We are going to Song of the Last Step. We are going to Combat Acceleration. We are going to Auto Battle. Cross our fingers. Do I think City of Iz will be the final dungeon? I don't know. So I know Pathfinder Kingmaker had a situation where it really felt like the end of the game, it really felt like what would be the final dungeon wasn't actually the final dungeon. Not going well. There we go. It's now gone well. But what happened was you basically had this scenario in Kingmaker. Well, I take what I say for a grain of salt. It had kind of like this secret ending scenario where it was like, okay, it feels like you're ending the game, but you're not actually ending the game, and then you're ending the game, and it's a big thing, okay? I think City of Iz is either going to be the final dungeon, or it is going to be the last, it's going to be the point of no return, right? I think it's either going to be the final dungeon, or there will be a point in the City of Iz where we will not be able to go back, and that'll be that, right? Like, there might be other stuff to do after the City of Iz, but I think we maybe won't have a choice in the matter. It'll just be immediately go to this next place or immediately do this next thing type situation. But I don't know. Honestly, I have magically kept myself pretty unspoiled in this game. So it's entirely possible that it is the last, or it isn't the last, or I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm dying. All units in the army inflict 15% more damage against flying units. Interesting. All units in this army have +3 bonus to AC against range attacks per level of this feat. Cool. All units in the army inflict 15% more damage against large units. Let's do large. Pulls target unit to the left border of the battlefield. Obstacles and units stop the movement. This is a siege ability. Interesting. Do large. Ah! I guess we'll just keep going. You know a few details about the individual characters' endings, but not the endings itself. Gotcha. I know next to nothing about I have thoughts and ideas, but I know next to nothing about the actual final stretches of this game. AI is not very smart. This one? Yup, ha! Okay, we're going after this group. Fingers crossed. That's a lot of Meriliths. I mean, I guess... Yeah, that is still more. Power times power plus 5 D10. Let's do this. Pretty good. Door. Get out. Okay. I think I can trigger a Song of Seasons auto battle from here. Perfectly fine. Alright, not too bad. Not very many stationary armies or whatchamacallits anymore. The mountain where the camp was set up has a great view of the surrounding lands. It is no surprise that the demons decided to claim this strategic point. Wasting no time, the soldiers start erecting a fort that would be the commander's eye in the region. Ah, and suddenly we can see a lot more bad guys, actually. Hold up, wait a minute. Got like a whole little badass section back here. The fuck? The face stealers, what? Oh, you know what? That's a thing that we haven't really resolved. Minago? Amulet of natural armor. Interesting. Interesting. Kill this. Or try to, anyways. What's up, Otis Botus? Odispidis? Odispidis? Are you thinking about leaving me? He says, yes, Papa. Yes, I am, Papa. not go especially well. Face Stealer's mask reminds you of the CIA item in the Nintendo 64 adaptation of Mission Impossible. It was strange. It not only lets you make a copy of someone's face, but also that person's clothing. What? That's a little wild. Then go the greatest. These cultists are going to absolutely massacre us with a channel negative energy. Yep, that's what I was saying. Fortunately, we've got enough oomph. I think we're okay now. Yikes! These battles. I am ride or die off of the back of Pilkwell's magic. With a mighty blow, one of the Crusaders slashes through the dragon's dull and worn scales. Along with stinky guts, the dented armor of a knight spilled from the beast's belly. Overcoming his disgust, the soldier examined the remains of an unlucky dragon slayer. Found an interesting relic. An amulet of natural armor +6. Cool. That's actually an actively good thing. Morale bonus to the wearer's initiative checks. Natural armor +6. Sure. We cannot replenish for several more days. We're actually just going to end here. That. The Facemaker was a foam cartridge that let you make a realistic 3D mask of someone's face, but in practice it would change your character model to that of the character you copied, so you'd have the exact same build and clothing, not just the same face. Yeah, that's something else. I guess we can just Song of the Last Step this. Fine. Make a demon attack another demon in Crusade battle mode. We just got the Divide and Rule achievement. Interesting. Interesting. We're probably okay here. Start heading on down that way. What else do we got going on in the thing? The approach of Harmattan's army. The scouts have sighted an army under the command of Captain Harmattan, a conspirator and traitor. It will soon be arriving in Dresden. The military council has summoned the commander to an urgent meeting. Fine. I mean, we are right there. Let's go ahead and do that, I suppose. Wait. Yes. We can't do this. Go away. Oof. I thought I clicked on that. Whatever. Ah! Well, that's annoying. Evade! Enemy is so close to Dresden. What? Alright, let's see how this goes. Harmattan. So it just worked exactly how we wanted it to? Commander, the troops from Nerosian have arrived. As planned, we set up a feast. The soldiers ate from tables laden with food, rejoiced, fraternized, and raised cups to victory together. Among these soldiers, Captain Harmattan came to his senses, and refrained from giving any treasonous orders. It's all true. The captain bows his head. I realized that I was about to commit a great betrayal, and praise Ra, I stopped myself in time. I appreciate that, having learned my plans, you didn't give the order to kill me immediately. You've granted me a chance to repent. There can be no excuses for my actions. I regret them and humbly stand ready to accept your punishment. Yeah, Daron was gonna have him knifed. I knew he'd come to his senses. Harmattan always seemed like an honorable soldier to me. You should spare him. One who betrayed you once will do it again. It would be unwise to give him the opportunity. Regil, you basically set me up multiple times, which some might consider a betrayal. How touching. Or maybe the good captain took notice that we had more people under our command than he did, and thought it best to have a timely change of heart. I want to know why. What did you hope to accomplish? Because of Her Majesty. I admit, I've always believed that she is the only one who is fit to lead the crusade. Your appointment angered me, because I wasn't serving the cause, only her. I served the Queen blindly, against my better judgment and her own wishes. Okay, that takes stuff to admit. I'll never forget the day I first met her. At that moment, my heart was lost forever. Of course, I didn't dare tell her of my feelings. Instead, I chose the path of servitude. It is why I could only ever accept her at the head of the crusade. Never you. Why didn't you give the order to arrest me? Sir Thomas truly knew our troops. Once they sat together at one table as brothers and sisters, I had already lost. Even if I gave the order, no one would have complied. But I already saw the madness of my plan. I actually I actually don't hate the lawful option here. I think we're gonna choose the good option, right? Because we're playing a chaotic good character. Uh, but honestly, like from a just me standpoint, I don't hate this lawful option here. Demoting someone and being like, okay, go redeem yourself. And, you know, if he comes back and he succeeds, great. We're gonna go good, though. I forgive you and believe that your repentance is sincere. Now serve me like you should have from the start. By Ra's name, I don't deserve your forgiveness. I can be your advisor no longer. I must go to the front lines where I can redeem myself with blood. You have my thanks and my apologies. I like that. I like that he was like, thanks, but no thanks. I praise your mercy, Commander. I see why your troops are ready to follow you to the ends of the earth or even the abyss itself. It still kind of frustrates me that we lost the armies that we built when we went to Alashinera. I get it. Obviously, Galfrey would take them with her. Why wouldn't she? Those are the armies, right? But I hate that we had to build back up, because I feel like we had pretty good shit. Well, not really, but you know what I'm saying. This council and you personally have achieved the impossible. You've restored our morale and brought unity and order. You never listened to malicious detractors and stayed true to your cause, working one step at a time, building a determined and unshakable army, one that can defeat the forces of the Abyss. A few years ago, none of the Crusaders could even imagine that the cause would amass this kind of power. At times, you built your war machine through very unconventional methods, but it would be foolish to deny their effectiveness. The results speak for themselves. Your army is a thing of beauty, all right. Can't buy one like it with money. It's built by unique talent. Perhaps you're a genius in that regard. On second thought, forget I said that. No need to spoil you with praise. I am certain that no one will ever dare plot against you, Commander, or even doubt you. That's not true. That's there are people plotting against me right now. Let's put an end to this mutiny and deliver the final blow to the Abyss. Lead us forth, Commander. You don't remember this guy? Sorry, but it sounds like he betrayed you because he was in love with Queen Galfrey. Yes, this guy was the commander. So, as part of the whole Crusade scenario, we have four things. We have logistics, diplomacy, war, I think is what it is. A war council, basically. And then like a strategy council, or it's like an army council and then like a strategy council. So we have four counselors, basically. And Harmatan was one of those counselors. So we've seen him intermittently throughout the game as we kind of like advance further in the Crusade management part of things. But basically it's just he would show up every once in a while and be like, hey, this thing is happening in your armies. These detractors or mutineers are in your forces. We got to get them out. And apparently he was fucking with us the whole time. Apparently from the very beginning he thought we should not be leading the crusade. But yes, it does also sound like he was in love with Galfrey. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, that seems as if that is the end of that particular branch of the crusade. So I think we have 2 branches down. So yeah, okay. We have military, diplomacy, logistics, and leadership. So we haven't had anything in leadership happen in a while. Oh, we're fully maxed out on leadership, but I don't think that matters. I don't think the rank is necessarily this, because right, we're not maxed out on military, but that was Harmatan, I believe. Although maybe military isn't Harmatan. Maybe military is Odan or whoever his name is. Maybe. Logistics is a pain in the ass to raise. It feels like. Invitation from the Free Crusaders. The Free Crusaders have sent a letter to the Citadel inviting the Crusade leader to pay them a visit at his court. Okay, sure. Let's go ahead and do that.
Can't make the demons wait.
No! We're gonna head in here real quick. Don't think there's anything to do there. Doesn't look like it. Alright, to the Free Crusaders. Streets. I wish there was a button to go to your port from that map, but there does not seem to be one. Sometimes the audio is so barely imperceptible, and then other times it's like that, and it's quite loud. I love the soundtrack for this game. The OST is really, really good. It has great sound effects and things like that, but sometimes the audio mixing is not exactly what I would prefer. Aranka looks disheveled. Her hands are covered with ink, and there are wood shavings in her hair. Commander! Hey, didn't I tell you to warn me if he showed up? Who's supposed to be on watch? Well, it doesn't matter. The surprise is already ruined. As you can see, we're preparing a celebration. For you, for the Free Crusaders, and for anyone else who wants to come. You could have chosen a better time? Well, there's no such thing as a bad celebration. I think so too. There are too many frightful things around. We need to remind everyone of what we live and fight for. But since you're here, I might as well ask. Which do you prefer, fireworks or cozy gatherings? I know most people enjoy both, but we're faced with a dilemma. The Havoc Dragons want to treat you with the most incredible fireworks show you've ever seen. Unfortunately, Verinalia Azadas dislike noise and explosions, and frankly, not very fond of Havoc Dragons either. Not at all. They love Havoc Dragons, but they are careful to express their admiration from a safe distance. Verinalia Azadas have rather different tastes. They enjoy calm, harmonious occasions, like celebrating the change of seasons. Are Verinalia Azadas cats? I have no idea. Havoc Dragons sang that Sail song. Sail! Get out of here. They can make a stony wasteland bloom in a single night, and festival tables will creak under the weight of the magical fruits that grow. As for Havoc Dragons, they like their parties so noisy and wild that even demons will flee to the safety of the abyss, weeping in fear. Well, that sounds dangerous. How'd you get the idea for a celebration? We love you and love this crusade. You, your soldiers, and our fighters have performed so many heroic deeds that I say we deserve a celebration. Tell me more about the Verinalia Azadas and Havoc Dragons. Verinalia Azadas sometimes grace harvest festivals with their presence. They're fair maidens of towering height, and their bodies are woven from flowering vines. They control the weather and the plant growth cycle. They even use the ashes of fallen enemies as fertilizer to bring forth new life. They're powerful allies who value life and strive for change and renewal in all things. Wild feasts and revels may draw Aivu's cousins, the Havoc Dragons. Noise and din always attract them. They also come from Elysium, and they enjoy boisterous fun and good cheer. They sometimes get so carried away they forget not to cause accidental harm, but such is the nature of some inhabitants of Elysium. Arunka, are you angry about that dress? Are you still angry about that dress? But those cute little green and yellow paint splotches really bring out the color in your eyes. I wouldn't call that accidental harm. I really wish someone would push me into a barrel of paint too. Maybe they could do it more than once. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. Unlocks the Feast of Verinalia Azada's decree, allowing recruitment of Verinalia Azada's spellcasters who can resurrect the fallen and remove curses. A grand tier unit, 800 HP. That's a lot. Does almost no damage, but is almost, that's very, very tough. This is a very tough unit. Entangle, Life Giver, Light, Blow Through, Thunder Tread. One of the most powerful of the Azadas, Veranalias command the powers of nature. They can both mercifully grant life or take it away without regrets. Very poor stat line, honestly. This does not feel like the stat line of a grand tier unit. I feel like the Crusade mode just needs more balancing. Like, some of these numbers just look off. Like, a grand tier unit that has a plus 21 to hit deals 1d6 plus 7 damage. Like, okay. I'm pretty sure, like, Ninio with a crossbow does more damage. Mythic grand tier unit. Still interesting, though. Still interesting. Wild Party gives us Playday of Havoc Dragons. Chaotic spellcasters who unpredictably cast enchantments on friends and foe alike. What? That sounds bad. Flight, Grand Tier unit, Mythic Tier unit. Less HP, less AC. But more damage because they get multiple bites and claws. So can do a little bit more going on. Unpredictable magic. Applies a random spell to the target which will be beneficial for an allied unit or negative for an enemy unit. Okay, so it's not gonna help an enemy. Delirium Breath. Power times 2d8 plus unit times unit number damage and applies random spells to all units. Oof. Power Confusion. This unit's attacks confuse the target for 1 round. Tearful Havoc Dragons sow chaos everywhere they go, but they always have the best intentions, yet the very reality around them becomes unpredictable and whimsical. Well, it looks like the Havoc Dragon is a better unit in theory, because it does more damage and it has this big cone AoE. But that might just be because I don't understand some of the effects on the Azada. So 485 is not an insubstantial amount. 300 energy points is significantly cheaper. Significantly cheaper. I don't know why the Verinalia Azada is so much more expensive. 2,400, 2,425, 1,500. I don't know that I understand this game. I don't know that I understand the statistics used in the Crusade unit mode. I really don't. You're actually thinking of running another tabletop session where the players will be sneaking into a party and you have to figure out what kind of party it is. You're thinking of Masquerade Ball. Masquerade Balls are pretty classic. They're a lot of fun because everyone's supposed to wear a mask and a disguise costume, so it's not necessarily easy, but it can be plausible for the players to sneak in. And it can be fun. Some players really like to play dress up and be like, oh, I'm gonna go with this mask and this aesthetic, and you can let them really play that up. I find Masquerade Balls to be really fun role play sessions. but they're also really fun roleplay sessions, not necessarily just for the players, but also for the DM, right? Because you can play a bunch of interesting characters that are all disguised up with masks and things like that, and you can approach your players or have them get like in dances, and suddenly maybe they're dancing with their mortal enemy and they don't know it, right? That's the fun of a masquerade ball is you don't necessarily know who everyone is. So it can be pretty cool. There's a bunch of different ways to do a masquerade ball, obviously, but yeah, it's an enjoyable experience. I think we're probably going to go with the Havoc Dragons because it feels they're cheaper and it feels like they are going to do more damage and still be very tanky. I don't know though. I'm confused by the Crusade statistics in this game. They don't make sense to me. Actually, I want to check something real quick. 12, 14, 12, 8, 13, 10. 12, 14, 12, 8, 13, 10. 12, 14, 12, 8, 13, 10. These have the same fucking stats. I feel like a lot of these quote unquote stats don't matter here. Like, yeah. I wonder if I go check other units if they're gonna have the same exact fucking stat line here, and whether or not that matters at all, because that doesn't feel like a Havoc Dragon. One should have this low of stats, but two should have the same, intelligence. An Azada is an 8 intelligent individual. What? This feels like incorrect information to me. So maybe that's why the Verinalia Azada is more expensive, because maybe it's actually significantly better than the Havoc Dragon, and I just don't know because the fucking information is wrong. I don't know. But we're going to go with the Havoc Dragon because it feels fun. Hooray! My cousins will join us. Quick, I need to make a list of things to boast about. What did we just get? We got an achievement. Mythic reinforcements. Recruit the most powerful otherworldly creatures to your crusade armies. So that's the final Azada unlock for a I'm assuming for the crusade. So that's cool. Great. We'll sit by the blazing fire, tell jokes, drink strong mead, and laugh until we drop. And then we'll dance and do crazy things and play slightly dangerous games. And the next day, we'll wake up with the mother of all hangovers. But we'll be happier than ever. You know, Commander, I'm glad we can express our thanks for everything you do. The first toast will be in your honor. Oh, that's fun. Sounds like a good time.
Beautiful.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Exit area. Okay, I think now we're good to head to the Pelura Falls, where we will meet Asafin. And I think that will be one of the last remaining quests we have. Oh, no, sorry. Head over here real quick. Okay, we've got Crusade. Restored a little bit of mana. Got you hanging out. We've got you hanging out. We've got you. Oh, this is whatchamacallit. Right. Conscripts and which these guys over here. Fruits. Fruits. None of these are our stuff. Search again. Assassins, hell yeah. Sisters of the Golden Erin, yes. Hell yes. Definitely assassins, though. In point of fact, these I head down here. These are going to head over here. These are going to continue in that same direction. Hang out. You're gonna move. I'm just not sure where you're moving yet. Okay. Two down here. There's a marksman and bard. Marksman and bard need to go over here. And guy needs to... Okay. Alrighty. I guess let's throw ourselves at this demon army. Fingers crossed. Ooh, they're all stacked up, interestingly. Oh, let's see how a fireball on the south works. See how a fireball in the north works. No, we'll save the mana. Song of the Last Step is free. Should be fine. Yeah. Perfectly acceptable. Easy peasy. Good shit. An army of Baphomet's furious warriors was reduced to dust by the Crusaders. Their leader couldn't believe he'd lost till the very end. Even as his life was bleeding out of him, he kept staring at the unholy relic in his hands, astonished. The prisoners have said that this relic, intended to bring death to mortals, was apparently granted to him by Baphomet himself. Breastplate of the tireless warrior. Oh. Interesting. Immunity to fatigue and exhaustion. Adamantine as well. That's kind of cool. Pretty neat. Let's throw Pilkwell at another group of enemies. Ooh. Dangerous. Terry Dimidans, Omoxes, Bavakias. Alright, we're gonna fireball here. Cross our fingers. Super easy. Stupendously easy. Pilkwell is a goddamn machine. And honestly, like, Pilkwell is not built perfectly. Like, if I had a full catalog of complete traits to fully, perfectly create the best wizard, it would not be Pilkwell. But he doesn't matter. He's still strong as shit. The cultists set their camp around a black tar swamp, choking on poisonous vapors. Without sleep or rest, the mortals kept scooping up buckets of underground oil, an alchemical ingredient that could blaze with blinding flames. Exhausted to the limit, they were unable to fight, and their wardens couldn't fend off the crusaders either. As they were leaving the deadly swamp, the soldiers took everything valuable the cultists had amassed. 500 material points. Not a lot. I mean, I say that's not a lot. That's a fair amount compared to what we have, but I'm saying, like, what they had was not a lot. If that makes sense. Circle back around and kill this guy. You trying to leave anybody in my wake? I guess we are gonna go see what the next thing is. Tieflings' rights! Yo! Many tieflings arrived in Mindev upon hearing that they would be guaranteed equal rights with other races. Nice. The Possessed. A scouting party got caught in a storm in the World Wound. Alas, the consequences were most dire. Corrupted spirits entered the soldiers' bodies, taking complete control. What should be done with them? End their lives. Path of Demons. You do not have Ulbrig among your companions? Don't even know who Ulbrig is. I'm assuming Ulbrig is a necromancer-specific companion. Because if these are like corrupted spirits, maybe Ulbrig can I don't know, wrangle them. I don't know. In their lives, lawful. All units gain the Fearless feat, plus 20 bonus to combat morale. I don't recognize that name either. Crusade, or good, do an exorcism. Crusade morale increases by 35, deducts 3,000 finance points. Or use them in battle, gain military experience points. We already have capped military, I believe. No, we don't have capped military, we have capped leadership. So maybe we do this. It's chaotic. I'm fine with it, sure. Good. The baleful spirits that have enslaved the soldiers' bodies will gladly charge into any battle, though it seems unlikely they will be careful with their garments made of flesh and blood. Still, having possessed warriors will prove useful in a fight. Definitely not a good option, but we gotta, we gotta stretch a little bit here or there. Play Day of Havoc Dragons. We get 1 Havoc Dragon per fucking thing. That is oof. Oh, we got the points for it. Gotta make sure I click. Otherwise it gets uppity with me. Our morale is high. We do not need to do any morale-oriented things. Ah, it's relic time. Let's do the altar the first. Yeah, should be great. These things take so fucking long to get through. So long. Okay, where are we heading? We are heading to Pelura's Falls. Unfortunately, I think that is going to be the end of this video. If you're watching on Twitch, thanks for hanging out. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed. We will see you next time for more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.